Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to the stream. One thing after another. Um, yeah, so yesterday I got a crash after arriving to Fairbanks, and um, so all of a sudden I didn't understand what was going on because it was stable for a good while. I mean, you've seen the streams I've been streaming, and I didn't have any crashes for a while because I clocked down my system. I clocked down not the system but the graphics card. So the boost clock is down clocked by 20 megahertz, and that kept ATS and ETS stable. So no more crashes. So basically, this is so funny. Uh, re re in, Not reinstalled, but I added my mods and I was playing it for a good while and it was working. And yesterday I also took uh, drive took a haul in Alaska, going to Fairbanks, and after that after stream I had to kind of figure out what caused the crash. Um, and It seems to be connected to the area of Fairbanks. Not all of Fairbanks, is just a specific area. So every time I enter that area, what it does, it's actually removing the limit limit of my clock speed, so it goes up. I don't know how that is possible when I have the application say it shouldn't go over, what is it, like 1898, I think, megahertz. Now it's up on 1911 again, so I don't know what is going on. Um, it's almost like it doesn't help anymore. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be down on. All right, let's go back and do this over. You're gonna be a part of this anyway. So I reinstalled MSI since I was, suspecting that there was something going on with my GPU tweak application, the program that you usually use for Strix cards. So after installing this, it was pretty obvious that it was already set core clock minus 20 and power limit not over 100%. That seems to be an issue as well, so I need to keep it that like that. So now we can see that we have these values going on, and this is not, and it's still, the core clock is higher than it's supposed to be. So I don't know what is going on. Maybe I need to restart the system or set a lower clock speed. Sorry, I just need to move it to another screen because I'm getting old and I don't freaking see these small numbers. So minus 40, we're gonna try with that. Apply that and save it. There we go. Apply. All right, so I have minus 40 now. All right, so we are on 1885 now. Okay, let's see if this works. Start. So it really behaves in an inconsistent manner, and I don't really know. Like, I've been here so many times when I think I solved something and then it just starts over, and it kind of like you have it's like COVID. Basically it just adapts, so it's gonna be there. It's maybe it is a virus, I don't know, maybe it is something. um, but my programs haven't found anything, so I don't know what to say really. um, yeah, I'm so, this is unbelievable, like, I don't get it. So yeah, if we get one more crash now, if I can't leave this area, I have no other option than uninstall, like remove Alaska Map, or just not use it. Basically, I can have it on the list. It might have to do with some other update. I don't know. But no, shoot, hang on. Yeah, let's just drive. I'm not gonna care. Just gonna start to drive and see what happens. So we're gonna go by this area in one way or another. And I also had problems just, trying to take a load without being in the area. So
Let's get going. The leaders of
all of a
many foreign
sudden,
nations
when
await
I
your
come to
arrival.
Fairbanks, this thing starts to happen. So I don't know really. So let's just say if we experience one more crash during our try to leave this town, the city, I'll just remove it and we will continue the stream down in Canada or something and see if that works, because I don't have any other option right now. It's really sad. I was so happy about getting to use Alaska Map again, and
Keep left. And pin. Turn left.
it's just inexplainable. I really don't have a clue of what to do.
Left.
And I've gone through, YouTube advices, mod orders. I have moved them around, tried the same thing. It didn't help. So my clock speed right now is 1873. Should not go over 1885, or definitely not over 1889. So that happened yesterday. That's why it crashed. All of a sudden, it allowed the card to go up in clock speed. And as I know this game, for me, it seems super sensitive for varying clock speeds. Whether it is because the temperature is too high, so it start to down clock and up clock, I don't know, like fluctuate. So it can't. What is this? This is the strangest intersection I've seen. Like, what is going on with this? All right. So fluctuation is not good, in my case anyway. And that happens, that should not happen if the temperature is stable. And it was stable. So I have a temperature of 69 degrees now on the GPU. That's pretty cool. However, my GP load is quite low. So it actually just works like 77, 74%. And that tells me that it's an optimization issue with data coming to the card. So the card kind of waits for is waiting for information, but it's not getting is as fast as it should. And that has not been an issue either. It's been around 99% most of the times. Never they slow. So that is already an issue here. Like we have 1873 on the megahertz right now, the GPU clock. But it seemed like we moved past this area at least, so that is good. But yeah, every now and then when I started up the computer, it was not a common thing. It didn't happen that very often, but sometimes it was almost like the clock speed didn't apply, so it started the program, it started the GPU tweak in that case, but it didn't apply it. And most of the times it did, but then sometimes it didn't, and I was like, what is going on? So now I'm running Afterburner again, like a totally new installation, downloaded from the internet. So I'm trying the same with that. For whatever reason, it already had the settings, and I don't understand, because when I uninstalled Afterburner last time, The settings were, for one, different than what it is now, and I choose to remove everything. But now it seems that it kind of reads in this, to the same settings that I had with GPU tweak, which now is uninstalled. However, I didn't find any options for uninstalling data, like my settings and so on. So it might have been that Afterburner kind of picked up my settings for GPU tweak and applied them. It doesn't really matter for me. All that matters is that it actually working. So now I have GPU load 99%. So this is perfect utilization. It's really what it's supposed to be. So the CPU giving information and the GPU is processing it, and it just goes like that. 1860 megahertz in clock speed. So it fluctuates a little bit, but it's nothing serious, and it definitely can't go above, I would say, 1900, because that's when ATS is kind of flipping out for some reason. Might be my mods, like I said, it might be my combination of mods that I have, maybe the hardware, I don't know, but something is going on special with ATS. So the GPU temp is 75%, that's still normal. That's actually what it's supposed to be, around 74, 75 when I have 100%, 99% load, something like that. So that is pretty normal in a normal day like this. In a really hot day, it would peak up to 80%. But my limit is at 90%. So when it reaches 90%, it starts to clock down because of, protecting the components and so on. And at that should not happen. This one, it's really efficient with the cooling, and that happened like during that time when I had broken fans, which I had to replace, and which I did. So yeah, so I think we are out of that area now where that triggered the crashings, and we are on our way down to Delta Junction with this excavator. So I think we're good now. I guess that might be I have to stay away from Fairbanks altogether. I don't know. Hopefully you can. I mean, I still haven't checked out, all of the area north from Fairbanks. So might be like that you can pass Fairbanks, but we should never take a load. I had this issue with a normal map once around Denver, and it didn't matter how I did it, what I did. Every time, either if I was with a drone or I was in the truck, as I passed Denver on the freeway at the same exact point, it just crashed on me. And this was a long time ago. And the rest of the game just worked perfectly fine. So, yeah. So it seems like I'm having issues after an update or whatever that kind of triggers some areas to do that. And in this specific situation, Fairbanks, Alaska. And the rest seems to be working just fine. So it's back to normal. 1860 clock speed, 99% load of the GPU, 76% temperature. Everything is normal again. So it's really weird. But I'm gonna keep an eye out for if I can, and I can just keep looking at it all the time. But the clock speed is interesting because I don't understand how a game that is not optimized in the right way, or whatever is not optimized in the right way, would trigger my application, my clock application, to allow the card to actually go over what I set as a limit. So it actually overrides it. I don't know how that is possible. But yeah, then again, I have an old card, so all the updates, all the limitations, whatever, might not apply as well anymore, because they don't give a crap about old graphics cards anymore anyway. So they just mainly look at new RTX cards and such. So yeah, in the end I might have go back to some older version. I don't know if that is possible, but as for now I can invest. I just can't. can't invest in a new graphics card or new computer. That is just what it is. I just need this one to work as good as possible. And it seems to be working,
Keep right.
but obviously there are some issues with some areas still. And that might not be the same issue, but it kind of manifests the same with higher clock speed
Keep right.
than the game can
And
take.
then continue straight.
Very interesting. Kind of fascinating if you think about it.
Continue straight.
If you just remove all the frustration and all, you know, the struggle, and it would be a fascinating thing to try to comprehend, try to solve, try to understand.
You've arrived. It's
So
been
you
my
learn
honor and duty to
how
see
you can use the system in a better, efficient way. But and where are you? Am I supposed to go with this? That's interesting. It's around here, right? So they want an excavator over here, and all right. So seems like I have a load zone just by the pumps. Is that right? Really? That is so weird. And I have to go through the pumps. Really? All right. This seems to be rebuilt or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, it could actually have to do with the combination of this Pinga trailer and all of its loads and this map. So if that comes in conflict, whatever that has to do with my GPU clock, I don't know, but yeah, I'm just gonna let it go here. Hopefully no crash with this. And we're gonna see if we can find something from here. Current job offers, no crash please. Well, whatever. One more, I just said, one more freaking crash here and I'm gonna remove the map, Alaska map for now. I guess all the way to, sometime in the future when they might have released 148 for the game, maybe updates for the mods and stuff, and then I can try again and see what happens. If I still have the same issue, well, I guess I could use another used card. I could, buy a used card. It's a lottery, you never know, but it can get much worse. I mean, if this is an issue with the hardware and it's going to be like a upcoming issue every now and then it might be a good solution just to go with a different card, even if it's not new. So I guess, yeah. All these, yeah, that would be. We can take this one or Anchorage, but yeah, Valdez, because this part is not. We haven't traveled this way just yet, so we can do that. Although I have been in Valdez. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I say Valdez. Valdez. Not going back to freaking Fairbanks, that's for sure. I'm gonna stay away. If the rest of the map works so I can keep it, I'm gonna stay away from Fairbanks. That's definitely. Glen Helen. Yeah, we could go there because going all the way. I'm thinking going all the way. Then we have this little part to Cantwell, so that would be a good thing if we could get something to Cantwell. It seems like we don't have anything, so the best option is either, freaking let's go to Valdez. All right.
The American people are counting on you to drive. Let's go.
Let's roll. Let's roll in the rain. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna tell the story over if I get some questions during the stream. So I apologize for everyone who might think I'm repetitive, but it is what it is. Sometimes you get questions and it's easier to retell the story than to be rude and say, hey, you can rewatch the stream, I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, it's been such a ridiculous struggle. Such a ridiculous struggle. I don't even know why I'm doing it. I'm like, it's kind of like an obsession. Like when it starts to fail like this, and you freaking I'm gonna win. But that's I don't know if it's healthy. I don't think it is. Some people kind of glorify that attitude of not giving up, like being a fighter, you know, going against all struggle and all forces and just conquer. That's one way of seeing it. And then there's another one that says keep your peace, and it's not worth it because you're gonna end up losing all your energy all over again, like over and over again. They do that, and you might just be, you know, stumble, you know, not stumble, but I mean, being in the same place, like, doesn't make any difference. You're not doing any progress. It's kind of a bend with that, so I don't know. Maybe these are, you know, the times when you actually think you solved something, and that brings you further. Like, that's almost like, you know, getting ahead and feel that satisfaction of, yeah, I solved this, I won, I fought and I won. So maybe that is what keeps people going. I don't know. But I think that point of when you realize that it's not worth it, it's kind of blurry. So if you're making progress every now and then, that point becomes blurry because that kind of tells the opposite of, I wouldn't say give up, but being humble enough to just release it for your own sake and maybe others too. And it's been kind of a balance act, like, yeah, since I solved this issue with the clock speed, which is, by the way, 1860 right now, so it's still stable. Since I solved that, it gave me a boost to continue, right? Then I run into some other issue that causes the same freaking result. With that I mean a crash, a game crash. Then it starts over basically, and you kind of question that. Alright, all the fighting, all the struggle, was that worth it if it's just gonna continue like this? But it seems like a different fault, and then it's trying to, you know, going deeper into that. What causes this? So yeah, I guess that is the destiny of humankind and overall, like, we just constant problem solvers or constant strugglers, constant fighters. That seems to be like the thing with humankind overall, I think. I don't know. If you don't have the money, you need to put down the time. That's what it is. Either to get the money or get the result of whatever you're trying to, you know, accomplish. So it's always gonna cost you time and effort, however you want to do it. There are no freaking shortcuts. You can catch a break every now and then from life, but overall, I don't see there is a shortcut. Always a trade-off. Always, you know, a counterforce for everything. It doesn't matter. You can't, can't. You don't get any shortcuts in life. You just don't. Then you can be blessed, and that is just something like amazing thing. And you need to cherish that. You need to put a high value on it because it's not for everyone, right? I'm here whining about this, about my freaking computer, but there is someone else on the other side of the earth. He's on the fucking street, in a fucking tent if he's lucky. No, you have to consider that. Then it doesn't matter if you just, touch that subject, then this doesn't matter at all. If my computer works or not. Too far to the right. So sad I still can't use this one as a tri drive. Kind of funny anyway. It is a tri drive, but it's useless. As soon as you get into tight corner or tight turn, it's useless because it's just gonna go straight out. Depending on how much cargo, how heavy your cargo is, obviously. So you kind of need a pusher instead, but this one doesn't have that. This one doesn't come with pusher axles, just a whole drive with double mounted wheels on it. I don't know if that's what you call it, double mounted. I call it that, like 2 wheels together on each side. Megahertz right now, 99% load and 81% temp. So the rain, I guess, making a little more, taking more from the card, so it works harder to maintain it. That kind of brings up the temperature. I'm gonna freaking turn out to be a guru at this. Just kidding. Confused guru. Like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I've solved the problem, but I don't know what's going on. Jesus. Okay, that was. I don't know what to do right now. I'm kind of stuck here. Um, right. I need to move out of the way in some way, but yeah. I really couldn't stop. I tried, but I could. It was just full brake, and it's kind of that with a field of view in this game. Uh, the my field of view, my setting. It's hard to really see the depth and how far it is to things. And I realize now that I didn't use my strobe lights. It's okay, it's been a lot around this game right now, so I have the right to be exhausted with all the struggle. But it's still stable, 99% GPU load, 1847 megahertz, pretty stable on that one as well, and 81% temperature, so it keeps working as it should. It's just Fairbanks, as it seems, that makes the game unstable. Whatever the combination is, it doesn't work. Guess I just have to stay away from Fairbanks, don't take any loads from there, and hopefully be able to just sweep by if we're gonna go somewhere else. Then when we have to pass that city on the freeway, and that might work actually. So, but no more loads to and from Fairbanks. If I want to keep the map, though. If I don't want to keep the map, then it's obviously not an issue. All right, I'm gonna try to find somewhere to stop. I don't want to drive through the night, but it seems like, let's check the map. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Yeah, I'm almost there, so I'm gonna keep going. It doesn't matter really. So a few more turns and we're there, and from there I think I'm gonna move further south. So I'm probably gonna take the connecting road. We'll see. Do we have any ferry connections from all these? Yeah, we can actually take the ferry down all the way to, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, to Port Angeles. That is actually pretty good, because I don't think I want to do the same road trip again all the way down to British Columbia. It just took, it took several hours. It was crazy long, and it was not that interesting either. It was fine, it was nice graphics, but not much happened. It was really just forest, woods, some mountains, and pretty straightforward. Some turns, obviously. But I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave Alaska for now. I would want to take, well, we still have Prudhoe Bay and Coldfoot to discover, and the road to Cantwell, so I might do that on this stream as well. Okay, let's do that. I mean, it's an Alaska stream after all.
computer to see you through this mission.
All right, let's see if we can get anything to Canwell. Kind of need to, or Ninana, not Fairbanks. That's not gonna happen anymore. That's not good. Oh, there we go. Canwell. Do we have anything more to Canwell? Glen Allen. Oh, really? Fox River. All right, let's take this one. That's perfect, actually. But it's need to be delivered fast, so I don't know what's the time. We got 10 hours. We're there in 7. All right. Not gonna care about that. I wanted it to be day. So let's just fast forward a bit. Let's say 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll do it. Try 4 even. I don't think it's gonna help though, but no. But it started to get a little brighter, I think. Hang on. So we're there 7 hours. Yeah, almost too late already. But yeah, it's starting to get brighter, so we can
There are those who would like to see
get
you
rolling.
fail.
And
That's not going to happen.
although I just need to
Let's go.
get me a sandwich, I will be back in a bit. All right, let's roll to Cantwell with this JCB 50,706 pounds. All right, let's see where they want us. Turning right, I guess. Yep. Suspension fully up.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Whoa.
Continue straight. Continue straight. The Secret Service has your back, and so do I. Let's go. Let's go. We owe it to our children to have you arrive safely.
time. No problem. We're just out of time. Ah,
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
oh boy. All right. It would take a while. It will take a while till they solve it.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Oh, we slept at this place. Overnighted. I think we parked over there by the. Yeah. Cool. Well, I don't know about this, but sure. This is what they want. Beautiful flat top. All right. Late. I knew it. But how much? How much late? 2 hours, 2 minutes. Not too bad. I guess we don't have anything from here, or do we? Really? From this little place? So many machines going. Alright, 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 alright. Okay. Nothing Anchorage, Fairbanks, not going to Anchorage, or not going to Fairbanks, I'm sorry. And we got nothing up to Prudhoe Bay, because that would be the last thing I would try actually. So I kind of need to find something to there. That's a long one, I know, but uh-oh. All right, nothing. So we just Prude, nothing. From Nenana, nothing. From Delta Junction, nothing. It's called Prude. Yeah, Prude. From Fairbanks we got, but that's nah. I don't know. Nah. Amazon. Yeah, both. I think both of these are in that area that makes the game crash. We got to Prudhoe down from here, but this is where we came from. So Brazilla. I mean, we can just stay put and see if something shows up. I mean, doesn't really matter. But I need to take a short break, so I will be back in a bit. let's overnight and let's set time on 5 next morning, early, early. And let's see if we can find something from here or somewhere near, all the way up to Prude, no, Prudhoe Bay. So we got to Thompson Falls. Give me Prudhoe. No, nothing. Nothing. All right. Kind of a lot from Fairbanks. That would be great if that worked, but it's a crash site, so to speak. Um, just type in Prude. There we go. Prude. We got one from Talk, although all the way up to Prudhoe, but it, yeah, it's just gonna last for 3 hours, and it's gonna be too late. What if we just took whatever? Nothing from here. Uh, we got an empty. How about that? Take an empty flatbed all the way up to Prudhoe Bay from Nenana. Delta Junction, nothing. Uh, I can wait a little longer. Let's see, we can wait until 7. Still raining. Go figure. Um, come on, give me Prudhoe Bay. Anchor Point, Homer, Colville. A lot to Fairbanks. Why couldn't it be like somewhere else? Exactly. Like Fairbanks is kind of a hub here. A good one. I mean, UPS Fairbanks, that might work. If that was UPS, in fact, I don't remember. I kind of need to check that on the world map. So the area that is infected, as I call it, is down here. So that's where my game crashes. So I can take from Amazon, Walmart budget, Walmart, UPS, and Lenner, Amazon. All right, so Amazon, these are the ones I can. All right, maybe there is some hope. I mean, I've been there without crash. Um, that part of Fairbanks. Hey Vince, how are you? Sorry, hang on. Chew. Ah, darn it. Yeah, I am okay, Vince. Thanks you for asking. How are you? I bumped into some issues again, but get this. Fairbanks is partially like badly optimized, I would say. So what happens is, and this is so crazy, what happens is when I get into the southern parts of Fairbanks, my clock speed on my graphics card it rises, even though I've set the limit, like not really the limit, but I actually even added like 20 megahertz, not added, but uh, took away 20 megahertz. So in total, 40 megahertz slower than it usually is. And still, when I get into this area down here, it rises and it crashes. So it crashes every time. And also had some map issues or getting the load from there and stuff like that. So I'm kind of trying to find a load up to the northern point of Alaska. And it seems like Fairbanks is a hub, so that's where I can get it from, going up here. So I'm thinking if I maybe take one of these northern points, I could get away with it, as you see. Um, down here, it's just going to cause a crash. That's so crazy. But yeah, I've been through that before for a long time ago in Denver. After an update, I couldn't pass Denver without crashing. Rest of the map was just fine, but Denver was not. So I don't know what that is. But what happens is also not only my clock speed goes through the roof, but not really, but it goes up to maximum. But also the GPU load goes down to like 77, 75% or so. So it kind of waits for information from the rest of the system, and it seems like it doesn't get it, and then it just crashes, basically. I don't know if that's right, but it doesn't appear to be normal right there. And as soon as I pass this area, so I'm around 70% of GPU load all around this turn on the freeway, and then about here it goes up to 99 and 100. So it just works just fine after that. And the same with this. So in the beginning here, totally fine. Getting close to this, it just starts to, really interesting, I must say. All right, let's see the cargo market here. Um, so we want to go to Ho. Prude Ho. That's what's that? Prude Ho. All right. Yeah. So Fairbanks is but I will have to go to Fairbanks. So I'm probably gonna jump there because it's just gonna take too much time, I think. Whatever. Uh, Probably, I don't know how many hours it would take to drive there, but here's one I could take. It's a milling machine, or so Amazon, both is from Amazon, so I think those would be fine. We get another one, 123. I think I want this one. And we got a transformer, but that one is from BNSF, and that's down on the south. And this Metal West, I think that too as well. So we can only take stuff from Walmart, from Amazon, and UPS. That's what we can do. All of the others won't work. So I'm just setting this one. 26 hours. I probably gonna make that. Okay. Oh boy. There we go.
The time has arrived, President Wazer. The world awaits your commands.
Right. Geez, I can't see. Yeah, it's up. All right. Dump truck, where? Oh yeah, that was like a Volvo dump truck, and that was not from a good spot, so we sadly can't take that. But we can take that another time. I've been hauling them back and forth before. Those are in the DLC, a Volvo something DLC that you can buy for the game. And those goes on, any lowboy in the game. So you don't have to have any mods for that one. Actually. I'm using a spreader for this one in the back because I kinda need it up here in Alaska. It makes the job a little easier around tight corners and narrow roads and traffic.
Continue
So
straight.
it's a good solution, I think, to have a spreader in the back. Alright, let's go to Fairbanks. Yeah, check out that expansion or whatever DLC. I don't think it's that expensive actually, and you get so many cool loads with it. Many Volvo excavators and dump trucks and one more other Volvo stuff. Wheels, I think, big wheels. Yeah, I know. Beautiful. Yeah, I actually want to go back there to Montana now, but I want to do this last stretch. It's a long one, and since this stream is about, hey, what is going on? Not much, huh? All right. AI's trying to solve something, so let's just not be an AI, right? You are so stupid. What? No, 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 no. This is because I have the traffic. I'm pretty sure it's because I have the traffic mod that would give more realistic traffic and rush hours and all of that. It's just so cool, and it really doesn't cause that much trouble every now and then, but that can happen in real life as well, I guess. But what would not happen in real life is the small amount of traffic that is in the original game. That's just not happening. I don't remember. It's on the list I sent you. You can pick it out there, sorry. Seems like my answer to all of your questions. Check out the list I sent you. There is a few of them traffic mods, maybe 3, I think, at least. But I just use one. I tried the other ones. One of them worked out for a while, but then it was just too heavy, too much traffic. And then the other one stopped working on an update, so I went with this third one, and that one actually works pretty good still, so I mean, good enough. Although in convoy mode it's questionable. Depends on I'm not entirely sure of how the traffic spawn when you're in convoy mode, and just two of us driving in a convoy already there is issues, but not everywhere, and it's really hard to track down any consistency in that. But last time I tried, it was a while ago, it gave some issues, like traffic jams in the middle of the freaking freeway. Like, they just stopped in front of basically it was an off-ramp for a wait station, and a couple of yards before that they just stopped, like in a line, both lanes, and just hang around, and you just had to take the shoulder and just wave and look happy. All right. You don't have an NVIDIA card, all right. Funny thing, I have so bad references with AMD cards, like Radeon and all of these. Radeon, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I don't even know how to pronounce it. But that's, from way back when I built computers. Some unexplainable reason I always had trouble with AMD. Not that it was anything wrong with them, but in my hands it just didn't work out. So I basically stopped using it because, for whatever reason, I don't know. So I kind of need, if I would, you know, be able to relate to what it means, whatever number means, whatever card does, and how much performance it has, and so on. I kind of need like a conversion table or something to NVIDIA to know what it is. I mean, obviously, if you read how much memory it has and go into the specs, you can find that out in a pretty short time. But just by name, I don't have a clue. It's like nada. I'm kind of ignorant in that way. We still got fuel. You know, I don't know anymore. I mean, that was the case before, and it was years ago when Intel actually was better than AMD. Then they basically got their shit together, so AMD, I mean, it has outperformed Intel for a while now, but it's like almost like what do you call it when you believe in stuff that like black cats and not going under ladders and not, what is it, more like some stuff that brings you unfortune, like, anyway. So for me, AMD is like that, basically. I can't explain it. So many times I tried to build one or maintain one or whatever, but I always ended up having troubles with it. And that's not everyone's case, it's just mine. And then I had like Intel after Intel after Intel through the years, so it's a long time period, and I had so little trouble with those, so little. This is the first Intel actually having troubles with in a very, very long time. And it might be about, you know, who built it and whatever. I usually are able to clean up, keep it clean, keep it, you know, maintain the computer for at least 2 or 3 years without reinstalling, you know, Windows. No issue. But this one has been a nightmare in many ways, actually from start, but that was on me, so it was not the computer's fault, but it's yeah, so you can't really explain it. It's just like with AMD, it may be about me, you know, just I don't go well with some components or whatever. My wheel force feedback, yeah, it does. It's doing a great work. I mean, it's so good for the price tag. It's excellent, really. It's I would say it's overachieving, or it seems to be really good quality. You know, for months and months I've been driving Australia, Outback Australia. It's like a mod map for ATS. And it was so freaking violent on the wheel. It really shook everything constantly, and it, you know, twist and turn and everything, and it was really like force feedback was working as I don't know what, constantly. And I did that for months. And I was kind of afraid I would break, but it didn't. It turned out just fine. I was like, oh, is it supposed to do this? So the guy who built that map kind of put that effect into that map, so it would not be at all related to your original settings. You can put everything on 0 basically, and it would have the same amount of force feedback or whatever. So he basically put everything in it. I don't know if I agree with it because people have different ways of perceiving things. So for that to be realistic, it was realistic to me. So I think he did a great job, but a really good job actually. Because I tried to replicate that into ATS, I was never really able. It was so more mild, so to speak. Like it never went that far. It would be that extreme.
Keep
Right?
right. And then exit right.
All right, let's see if we get a crash. We are in Fairbanks
Exit
now.
right.
So
In 400 meters, turn left.
oh yeah, the buzzing. I have that too because it's in the game. It kind of says
Turn left.
letting you know that you are grinding gears. Basically, isn't that the same thing we're talking about? I think it is. Yeah. So what you would need there is a force feedback gear shifter. I don't know if there is any out on the market. Probably can probably find something, but it would cost you a leg and an arm, maybe two arms. Then you have to shift with your mouth or whatever, with your other foot. Oh boy. Am I blinking to the right? That is odd. Oh, running a red light here. Darn it. I wouldn't check the map. I'm just trusting that I will not end up in that area. If who will, well,
Keep right.
I'm gonna have to take it from there. So anyone who watches just saying the game may crash around these
Turn
parts. Oh, that was the first sign. Let's see. Alright, so now I have 88%, 79% GPU load. So it's already down. But it still keeps the low clock speed, so 1847. And the GPU temp is fine. Oh no, it actually wants us further down. I don't like this. Nothing I can do about it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, but... Yeah, it actually seems like it wants us... I better check the map here. It might crash just because I'm checking the map. It's so freaking... No, it's actually down here, so we're... It should be good, but we don't know that yet. 89% GPU load, so it already starts with the bad optimization here. At least it doesn't, it's not about my system really, it's more about the combination of the mod and the game, I'm thinking.
Turn right.
Alright, we're gonna turn right here. Should we go down further to the next crossing and past that, that's where when it starts, like, that's when I can get my crashes. So in this neighborhood, I didn't have any crashes just yet. I mean, it could happen, probably. But, uh-oh. That was really close to the pole. Let's just hope that we can get the load, because that is not entirely, you know,
You've arrived.
that might be an issue as well, so we'll see. Let's just hit enter, not spend too much time here. I want that. Take job. Uh-oh, and there we go. See? Exactly. So it's around Fairbanks at all times. I don't know if I can continue from there, so it's really hard to get loads from here. And I don't think I just what? Hang on. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I read that already. I realized that I read your last message. All right. Continue game, I guess. And then I'm gonna just put ourselves into that position, hope that the load is loading. I was a little bit too fast, I think. I clicked it before it got a chance to load up. So it's stuff like that. But it's just in Fairbanks right now. So that gives a little comfort. Not comfort, but yeah, kind of. That it's not all over the map, it's just here. So that it's easier to narrow it down. And I probably won't go all the way up to northern Alaska anyway in the future. I just want to see it like once, how it looks. Oh, it's alright, it's just
An elite
ahead.
team has been assembled to guide the mission.
That's
Let's
good.
get started. You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Alright. Let's take everything slowly and see if it loads. Please load. Please don't crash. Thank you. Take the job. And load it.
Hello, Supervisor. See you fail in this. That's not going to happen.
So far so good.
Let's go.
Let's save the game. Where we are at the moment. And let's keep driving and see if we can get out of here without getting any issues. So GPU load 89%, 10% normal, 10% less than normal. One would think that's a good thing, but it's not. Needs to be 99% or 100, like on the upper parts. Needs to be at all times.
In 400 meters. Turn left.
Then it works like it should.
Turn left.
It's I would say it's a bottleneck. It's a serious bottleneck issue, and since my system is obviously sensitive, that would create, for me at least, crashes. Maybe if you have a 4080 or 4090 card and have a really, healthy system, otherwise maybe it wouldn't do that. Maybe it would be the same effect, like would not utilize or work how it should, but it won't crash at least. So that might be the case for others, I don't know. Yeah, so we're good. I think we're just gonna go out this way. Everything is behind us. Uh, 95% GPU load. So as we move further away
Keep right.
from this
And
area,
right.
it starts to, reset or starts to normalize, so to
Turn right.
speak.
Keep left. And turn left.
We're up at 98, 99% right now. So it's back to normal now. Good. So You should have seen me when I tried to pick up a load from that area where it's really bad. It's the southern part of Fairbanks. I struggled so much. I'm gonna get that load. I'm like crazy, determined. Like I'm gonna get it. So I was like super fast and just cheated my way into that area, like teleport, and I would take the load and then it would crash. But I was in luck because it saved the load. So when I started next time, I had the load and I was in the area still. So I just moved away with the camera over to the northern part of Fairbanks and just teleported there, and then I saved the game. So that's where I could, that's the way I could get the load from Fairbanks. So I'm not gonna do that again. This was, bad enough, but at least it was just one crash involved. The other one had like 5 at least, until I managed at least 5. So I think actually, I'm almost sure this is basically what happens with Matt VT's yard for me. I haven't looked into it. I don't think I need to, but because it's unstable like this part, just as this part. So as soon as I get near, but it's worse because it's such a big area in Matt VT. It's not just a yard. It's all that area in behind with the forest trees and the road leading to that, and from that going the other way and all of that. So it's quite a big area, and as soon as you get near, or as soon as you leave Sandpoint going to Kalispell, it starts happening. And the same thing as you're coming from Kalispell and closing into that area, it starts to lag a bit. It's going to be like a long pause, and that's going to be basically where it determines should I crash or not. Sometimes that was exactly when it crashed, and sometimes just a few times it actually survived it, so it would just pass that part and I would enter that area without any issues. With that one as well, I tried different orders in the mod list. Tried move it back, move it forward, move it down, move it up. It didn't make any difference really. Some say the list starts from the bottom area. I think that is logical actually, but I have 2 explanations for where you have to put the maps. Some say it's supposed to be on the top, and actually that was what I think was ProMod's explanation. I want you to put our mods in the top, absolute top. So that's when I kind of figure maybe that's like a priority order. Top is like a first priority of mods, and then moving downwards. But then there was this Australian guy on YouTube that explained exactly the opposite. I was like, and this is working for me, he said. So he had basically the same system that I have for my mods, like having different group in different groups, basically. So you have all the trucks by itself, you have all the trailers after that, you have the lights before that, and you have the traffic mod on top or whatever. Alright, it starts to get snowy up here, so that's also kind of advanced with this one, I think. If I understand it correctly, you could get a snowstorm up here, so I don't know if it's true, but that would actually override the game's function, because there is a snow mod for the whole game, but that basically just replaces the rain, as I understand it, with snowfall. Hey Jimmy. Yeah, I've got Track IR. That's what I'm using. Not with the reflexes, but rather the real device with the light, the infrared. had attached on my not headphones but headset. Yeah. But it comes with some, adjustments to have a nice flow and a good, precise movement. It's actually a friend who sold this to me because he didn't get it to work properly. He was like, I don't like it, it doesn't work. And I didn't like it in the beginning as well because that profile, that was just not working well. It was just too jerky and too sensitive, and you just got sick looking at it. But if you go into the profile, you can actually change all that. So I have like very small movement in the middle, so it doesn't get you seasick basically. And you can just, do small movements and it would not affect this as much. And as you go further to the side, it kind of accelerates, and that way you can actually look behind you without actually looking behind you because you wouldn't see the monitor obviously. But yeah, so you might already know this, but I explain it anyway. Oh, Tobii, I have no experience about that. I heard some people had it. As I understand it, it's not as good as Track IR, but it's fully functional. Maybe you have improved over the years too, so I don't know about that. Are you happy with it so far, or haven't you? Maybe you haven't tried it yet. So yeah, welcome to the Winterland. How about this? Pretty neat. We have some lights on and not go too far to the edge. Not go too far to the right, I mean. This is an uphill, as it appears. Maybe no Jake brakes in uphill. Might be a bad idea. Think we're good. How about, oh, I didn't activate my strobes. They must be activated, for sure. My beacons and strobes need to be on. You have to play around with, yeah. Yeah, it does. It really gets way more immersive with Track IR than having a stick moving around your eyesight with. That's just. So when I started this, I already had Track IR, so that was a good thing, but I didn't have a steering wheel, so I was driving with Xbox controller pad, and that was kind of I had to put down some real effort to get that to work with the steering as I wanted it to work with the steering. That took a while, but I got it to work, and I actually upped my whole profile with that controller before I actually bought steering wheel. Then after I bought this one, I was like, how could I even play with a pad? And it's like, oh, but yeah, you use what you have, obviously, so it's. I would say you're pretty talented if you can drive around normally with a Xbox pad. Good gamer. feels so weird because it was a while since I used the winter mod, and that it's actually in the game now without the winter mod. Feels so weird. But this is how it looks basically, the winter mod as well. Looks basically the same. Whoa, whoa. Okay, it's slippery too. Good to know. Yeah, it should be, but I wasn't expecting it to be. It was like overkill. Okay. Having some issues getting grip or whatever. Oh boy, that was a bad decision. I should not look backwards while driving forwards. This is a long stretch. I believe this is almost as the connecting road between, yeah, between British Columbia and Alaska. That one was, it was nice in a way, but it was not much variation, so to speak. So the road got even longer. I don't know how long it was, but 1.5 hours maybe. And to not have any, you know, that was a little town maybe, but I don't think you can pick up anything there or deliver anything to it. It's not built like that. Just merely a connecting road between the two maps. Good thing you can actually take the ferry from Valdez down to what was it? Port Angeles, I think, in Washington State. So that actually helps. So you could do that if you pick up something up in Canada, in BC, instead of taking the connecting road. If you want up to Alaska, you just go down to Port Angeles and take the ferry from there. That's a good connection. This is not Pro Mods, this is the Alaska map. I forgot which one, or what the company is, or what they are called, who's making these. But I got Pro Mods BC map, just south from Alaska, obviously. So. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? They did a great job with both Alaska and Pro Mods Canada, or BC at least. It looks really great. It's a good addition to the game.
Continue straight.
I don't know if SCS at one point planning on, you know, releasing Alaska. They might, but I don't know if it's any use. I mean, if they would have to make it, you know, more. They would have more places, more towns, and more industries and pickup points and stuff. If they're gonna compete with this, and they can do it. Surely they can, but it would be a greater project than Texas, I believe. Oh, I'm messing up the gears now. Good grief. No, this is a bad spot of doing that. Really bad spot. Oh boy, and it's slippery too. Alright. And we're going too fast to apply the differential right now, so just hope for good luck here. Yeah, seasons would be great. I agree with you. I missed that too. So yeah, I actually have the winter mod, not currently because this is the in the map, so this is how it looks. This far north, so to speak. Further down south, it's green. Summer Alaska, really beautiful. But yeah, so I have the snow mod. I don't remember from who that is. Maybe that's Pro mods. No, I don't remember. It basically costs some donation, just, you know, it's not expensive to get that. And I use it occasionally, but with that, of course, you can't really go down to California without wondering what the hell has happened with the weather, because everything is white and snow covered, the palm trees and everything. So it would be cool that they would have like seasons. I would love to have fall in Alaska. That's like the most beautiful part of the year, I believe. Every tree is getting yellow and red and so many colors going on. That's so beautiful. And also a little moody, like with all the, you know, low clouds coming in and stuff like that. In real life, at least. What is going on? Is this some type of fog, or it's just on the road? It's like road dust or whatever. No, it's not really. It's all over, actually. Now I see it to the right. It's pretty clear. But it's kind of cool. Yeah. Where are you from, Jimmy? I see you call yourself 74. Are you? You might be as old as I am. I was born in 74. You should not use the Jake brake in this case, actually, but I'm trying my luck here anyway. Jesus, so bad visibility. This is crazy. And I don't know, I don't want to stop because it can be like uphill. Then I'm gonna get stuck. Oh, Jesus. This is worse than ever. I just have the map basically. Oh boy, this is intense. And it's downhill, darn it. Let's put it on the second. So it shouldn't be that. Oh, right, I need to lean forward here. I need to see something. See a little better, not much, but now it's uphill. See, I kind of needed that speed, but I didn't know because I was like, maybe it's a turn, maybe it's something else. Need to take it careful, and we got a crazy uphill situation here, and we're probably gonna get stuck. I'm not even missing my gears, and we are standing still. How about some? There we go. Alright, it doesn't help. Really doesn't help. We are... Let's see if this helps. I don't think it will help. I think I'm gonna be stuck here. I've been in these kind of situations before. Not here, but other places on the map. And this is just the worst in real life as in the game. So here goes nothing. I'm really surprised. I am truly surprised. No Jake brake, please. Alright. It just works ourselves upwards. I was not expecting this to work at all. So you noticed. So for whatever reason they maybe didn't want to be too cruel to you. But I know for fact that I've tried to deliver easier, uphills like this. But when it started to rain, like forestries and such, so you were on gravel, yet when it started to rain, you just lost all grip, and that's in the game code. You can't really do anything about it. It's almost like it turns into mud. So the gravel turns into mud. I don't know how that doesn't make sense, but it does. So a dirt road, sure, but a gravel road, maybe it's a dirt road, I don't know. But this one is like ice, so I would really not expect us to start moving after come to a full stop in an uphill like that. And I'd say with this specific trailer that we have with the spreader in the back, that would really not be a good idea to be stopping like that, because you can't go straight back with that one. You can for a bit. Oh boy. Oh, come on. The next gear, half gear, you could say. Maybe I better look forward, straight forward. I mean, I'll look back like that. Phew, we're good. We are good. Scotland. Ah, beautiful. Scotland. I never been there, but I really want to go. It's like one of those places you just have to visit at least once in your lifetime. Beautiful place. Sure. Sorry I didn't see that you wrote that. I was a little bit occupied. Yeah, so we're the same age then. I was born in October. So I have the tri-drive, so all the axles are down, and that means we're gonna go straight out in the turns. This truck is really crazy with that, especially with heavy cargo. So I'm actually gonna lift that axle now. Because we still have momentum. There we go. Yeah, so you're a little bit older than me then. Just a tad, just a tad. So you, I understand you're playing ATS as well. If you do, how do you like it? Yeah, Kenworth. But it might have a Kenwood as a stereo. Yeah, it's a Kenworth W900. Yeah, both. All right, me too. So I'm driving both as well, streaming both, and also some flight simulator stuff. Currently, I'm on a cross country flying a Cessna 182 RG, which is kind of interesting. I'm trying to learn, different airspaces and stuff like that. Procedures, phraseology, radio, just, the basics. That's just the basics. Yeah, so it would be funny if you mix them up. Like, is that a can built or a Petersworth? No, it's actually a Fright Star. Ah, the Western liner. Got it. You can't do much with the Mac because it's just one word. The Petersworth and the can built. I'm hilarious. Well, I'd say it is, but there's a lot of help you can get, so you can kind of learn, and you get a lot of assistance in the beginning, and you can just basically, turn them off eventually, one by one, or whatever you want, however you want to do it. Only thing I have turned on is actually the crash. I usually know when I've been misbehaving or done something wrong, but the problem is when you crash in the game, it kind of reloads it from scratch, and I don't want that. It's like, I know I crashed, I know I hit those trees, I know I hit this building, I know that I messed up, so I just turn that off. And I have also like an additional application for the game called FS Realistic, and that one puts like an effect of when you land, so you would know if it's a hard landing or not. It's really obvious, so that helps a little bit with estimating if you messed up or not. I love the high beam on John Ruda's W900. No freaking truck in the game has this, what I've seen so far. Of course, I haven't tried all the mods, but I haven't seen them on YouTube either. This one is crazy, like, really nice. Although I still have the differential on, and as long as we're going slow, that's not a problem, but I don't know how fast we've been going. Not very fast, I believe. I thought we had the high beam. And obviously many people starting the flight simulator with Xbox controllers and such, it's doable, but it's not fair. So at least you're turning really high sensitive with your flying if you learn how to fly with an Xbox controller and can do it in a smooth way. And I don't know what settings you actually can, if you can do a good configuration. Maybe, I don't know if that's possible. It might be. I never tried it. I fly with a yoke, and I also have a stick, an X-52 that I use for fighter jets and bush planes. Feel free to check out my earlier streams. I got plenty of them with me flying. Some are good, some are not as good, depending on what shape I'm in and what I do wrong or what I do right. But yeah, I've been flying for a couple of years, so ever since Flight Sim 2004, not that it was new, but that's what I started with, and it was maybe 1 or 2 years prior to Flight Simulator X release, so I jumped on that one for a while, actually the whole of its lifetime. So it was on CD and it was not online just yet, and further on it got on Steam, I think. I had I think I had close to let's see, 2, no, more like 2,000 hours or so in the one with the CD, and then I added 800 hours on online on Steam, and I jumped on. I started flying FS 2020, and that one didn't count. The counter, it didn't work, so you could fly and sometimes nothing happened with the counter. So I'm up above 600 hours with that one now, but I'm pretty sure I'm well done twice as much for sure. So it's like, you don't know how much you've been flying because their counter didn't work as it should. And even if you go in the logbook, it doesn't make sense. Not in the early days anyway. Now it might make sense because now it's been working for a bit. The hour counter. Alright, let's see. How long is it? Oh boy, we have another problem. We need to refuel. And good thing because we are closing in on Coldfoot. So that's where we actually need to refuel. And if we have plenty of time, we got 6 hours and 46 minutes left to drive, and we got 15 hours and 28 minutes to get there. So that means we can spend the night in Coldfoot after refueling. Hopefully the gas, we will have fuel, not the gas, but maybe you call it gas even if it's diesel. It's not gasoline, but yeah, it doesn't look like much. It seems like we're pretty close, but it's a whole different. It can actually take a while. Yeah, this is kind of exhausting actually. Driving like this almost feels real because it's so big. It takes so long time to get there. So the stimulation you get out on the regular map when the scenery is changing constantly and all that, you don't get that here really much. So not a lot anyway. So it kind of feels almost like you're doing it for real. One to one, like a real size map almost. I can't even imagine how big Alaska is if it feels this big, like just in the game. It's crazy. And I can't drive faster. Nothing will happen. I on full throttle constantly. It feels like I'm going uphill all the time. All the time. What is our speed? 30. I'd say that's a little too fast for the differentials. But yeah, we're almost there now, so I'm still going uphill, I believe, so I'm gonna keep it on. Then we need some, alright, we probably gonna turn right here. Yep.
Continue straight.
Seems like a narrow road. Alright. Oh. Alright, we're good. Just felt that it would go straight out into nature. Could say the whole cargo and trailer was pushing the rear of the tractor quite a lot. Right, let's see where the gas station is. It's there. Maybe I don't have to disconnect the trailer because it seems like it might be good space here. A lot of space to work with. Oh, there is other trucks here. Good thing. There's strobe lights. You can see that. We're good. Alright, so I'm probably just gonna refuel. I'm gonna step to the side here, far to the right, and that's gonna be where we're gonna spend the night. Right. Ooh. Yeah, I'm kind of sore actually. It feels very realistic. But I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a longer stream, but hey, I'm just happy it works. It doesn't crash. It's the most definite just around Fairbanks. It's an issue so far. And they can have other places with the same issue, obviously. ProMats had also an area. I don't remember the name. It was a strange name of a town, but that one had also issues like that. And yeah, that was so extreme. The frame rate went down to like 15 or 10 or something. It was like, oh, what is happening with my game? Every time I went into that town, but it didn't crash. But it was so badly optimized. I don't know what was going on, but that time it didn't crash. It was just very demanding. All right. Let's turn everything off and spend the night. What's the time? 11:39 p.m. And our tire is starting to wear off. Let's see how that is. I don't know if they got a service spot here, but 14%. And I believe that's not the whole truth. I hit a car, so I guess that one would be most of it. My trailer has 5%, and that would just be tire wear, I'm pretty sure. So I guess, and that would go with the tractor as well, so it's just 5%. So 9% is the damage I've got from hitting that car, probably. Alright, so tire wear is not an issue right now. It starts to be an issue on rainy roads around 30. I try that because I have another profile where I do, real like realistic financials and economics and such. So I'm trying to, run it as long as possible to save money because the loads get really bad payment for the loads you get, and it's just so hard to really work with that. That is realistic, I would say. So you don't have much money over, you know, to build your truck and such. So you need to take little by little and just work yourself up. So you want to consider that as well. You don't want to change tires just too soon. So it's actually pretty fun. It's challenging to say the least. Let's put the time on 6 in the morning. There we go. We could have done 5, but it's all right. So we got really bad fog today as well. Just how it is around these parts, I guess. I like this though. It's really cool. It looks very realistic. All right. Start her up. This one used to have a C16 cat in it, and I changed it to Detroit diesel just because I like it so much. Cat 16, it's all right. It sounds great, but it's more, I would say, more noisy than this. This one's purr, and the Jake brake is just not from this world. It's just amazing. Other one sounds great too, but it's a different kind of sound. So, but it's well done. Excuse me for a second. All right. There we go. We are moving. Oh, by the way, we got a really big, important thing you need to do before you leave like this, and be spending the night. You know, all kinds of knuckleheads around these parts. No, just kidding. But yeah, I need to check the load that it's secured and nobody put a knife in your tires. And it doesn't have to be knives, it can be sharp rocks, whatever. It's too fast. There we go. It's a little slower. Yeah, so checking. I know it's always gonna be as it's supposed to be, but it's fun, in my opinion, to pretend. I'm gonna turn off my differential now. You're not supposed to have it in higher speeds at least. Oh boy, yeah, better be sitting here. Also put our low beams on. Oh, that was bad. That was a bad angle.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Is it? Cool. Scottish folks in Canada. Scottish. Oh, hopefully you can see me, right? Kinda need a space. Thanks, good buddy. For taking it easy. On the snowy roads again, and I just can't see much. I'm starting to think this is not a coincidence that it's supposed to be like this. That it's bad. It's really heavy. Canada, eh? Oh boy. I can't see. Can you? Really? This is. Wow. If it says it's gonna take 6 hours to get there, it's probably 12. Going half the speed that I should. Well, maybe it's considering my actual speed, like at the moment. It should, at least. Yeah, so this is how I'm gonna sit now. I'm gonna rest myself on the steering wheel and just keep an eye out for the mist, for the fog. Because that's the only thing I see, basically. Oh boy. Oh. No cars in the... I'm thinking you should see cars like on the side of the road, like... No. Running off the road and such. Doesn't really matter because I don't see anything. This is crazy. And very, very demanding. Even for a game. I have been driving in these kind of situations. It's equally fun. It's actually more scary because you know that if something happens, it's a more serious outcome. Way more serious than this. Oh boy. It's just a freaking blur. Oh shit. I think I need to prepare with the differential. So far we good. Oh crap, this is so hard. That's what she said. like an old lady sitting like this. Like, yes. Yeah, you don't have much reference points for sure. It's just it's a gray hole. Right, we got five and a half more hours to go. We got a service spot coming up. I think I'm gonna repair since this is not career mode like that. Whoa. Good thing he stopped. I was on the wrong side for sure. I didn't even realize that I was. I wonder how all of this looks like. This is a great way of hiding bad graphics. Pretty sure it looks great, but let's see what happens if I actually put, let's stop at the service point, but you can actually put like default weather, I think, and that would clear everything up. Now we've done this, so where's the point? It's here in the middle of nowhere. What is this? Like a guy coming up from the underneath and just fixing your truck, right? All right. Well, take what you have, and let's continue. That was kind of funny. All right. The weather as well. Kind of missed that part. What was it? G underscore set. Oh, I can't print underscore. It was like something else. The question mark, I think. Yeah. G set underscore weather and a 0. I think. Oh, this is how it looks. This is how it is. It's really nothing I can do about it. So maybe it is a way of hiding bad graphics. Could be. Let's not put too much effort in the northern parts of Alaska. Just put a lot of, mist and fog and snow and oh boy, and other stuff. Then, but it looks good. I mean, looks realistic. What is going on? I'm wondering what is going on. It's not that heavy, is it? This must be really boring for you guys to watch. It's like gray, 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 gray. For 6 more hours. No, 5 more hours at least. And I don't understand what it's going this slow all the time. Like, it's almost almost like the truck is super weak. I don't know. Probably the surface made something with it, so it would be hard to drive on. But I can't accelerate really. I almost can't maintain speed. Like that's. Just stay in this gear. It feels like I should. And which gear is that? I have no freaking clue. I'm gonna mess up now for sure. What I got, and let's drop the axle as well. Oh, come on, yeah, there you go. No. Oh boy, this looks really bad. I got nowhere to go. All right, let's try, see if they have some mercy on us, the creators of this map. And they do. But we are going sideways, so it wanted to go to the right, and it doesn't look really, you know, like a good option. No, just stay straight. No, please don't go to the right. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's lift up the axle again. There we go. It's that tri-drive. Making a mess. That's the way we can get it to roll. That's the only way actually. I don't know what that was, but it didn't look good. I think you should raise the front as well, or the opposite. I don't remember, but either you lower the front or get it high. But one of that would help to get more pressure on the drives. I think. Never had to use it in real life. Uh-oh. Boy. Let's get that one up again. So we don't hit oncoming traffic. That was the suspension resetting. This is serious stuff. Watch these rods on the roadside. Sticks or rods, I don't know what to call them. Markers. Get rid of the differential. We are gonna go downhill here, so let's just stay really slow. Not a good idea to use the jake brake either, but you do what you can because this is gonna accelerate for sure. It looks like it anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it looked more dramatic than it is. Fire truck. Didn't expect one of those here. Middle of nowhere. Oh boy. We are all over the road. Slippery. Going north to Alaska. Way up north to Alaska. Way up north to Alaska. Oh boy, oh boy. As if. No room for errors. Nothing really. Yeah, you can't really go too fast because you're gonna end up somewhere. Not on the road anyway. I'm starting to get real hungry. Not hangry yet, but I'm hungry. How much more? 4 hours, 12 minutes. 4 times 3. 6, that's 12. Let's say 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes because it's getting so slow and sometimes it's slower than that. So in 20 minutes or so we might be done with the cargo. And I can go eat. Stream has been going on for 3 hours and 15 minutes now. Oh, it clears up. Wow. I love it. I love it. Finally. Weather clearing up a bit. Visibility good. Uh-oh. Let's lift the axle again so it doesn't push us off the road. Way up north to Alaska. Way up north Alaska. Starting to get cold. Windows have been rolled down for a while now, and I'm starting to freeze. I can't feel my feet and my hands. Do we have like a temperature gauge or something? I don't think so. Or do we? Are we? Not really. Water temp. Only temp we got. Oh. Outside temperature. Nothing. We got so many gauges. No outside temperature. But the pyro is going hot constantly. The pyro gauge is like on the red. No wonder. Yeah, I know. We got a clock. It's water temp. Then we should have another temp. That's probably the gearbox or something. Whoa. I'm trying to read the temp gauges. Or the gauges. Nothing, really. Oil temperature is that in the axle, I guess. Yeah. Way up north in Alaska. Way up north in Alaska. Alright, this is gonna be bumpy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What is going on with these on the side? Like, don't, they kind of keeping you away from the edge, I guess. That might be it. But I don't know how they do with me coming with this wide load. Maybe I'm... Oh, it's good actually. Yeah, almost there, Vince. Almost there. Just 9 more minutes, 10 more minutes maybe. Way up north to Alaska. Yeah, no braking. Yep, probably, yep. Maybe I shouldn't go that fast either then. But I can't help myself. Forward and onward. I missed the speed. It's been really not around for a long time. Hasn't been around for a long time. I love this effect. The snow blows over the road like this. It looks excellent. Last winter I saw just like this in Sweden. They did a great job with this. It looks very realistic. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Really well. Well done. Way up north to Alaska. Look at those dunes. Snow dunes. And the pipeline going all the way. It's been going forever. Pipeline. Is that gas? I think it's gas. or oil, gas, probably gas. Oh boy, that was the wrong gear. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that heaven. So pretty, so pretty. Let's not. Poof. No. Way up north to Alaska. Yeah. It was tow truck, right? In Norway. I don't know if that's the same, but the one I saw, it was a tow truck in Norway, and it was towing a truck with a trailer, and the trailer went downhill, like basically pulled the tow truck with it, and the guy just jumped out from the driver's seat, and that was it. No, they both went down, the both truck and the tow truck went down. It was steep like crazy. He was doing the right thing. But yeah. You don't have much authority over the tractor if the trailer is going downwards. It's just bringing the whole truck with it, the whole equipage, whole rig. I don't know if they simulated that. I don't care to find out. Not right now. Maybe some other time. If I can help it, at least. Mac. The infinite Mac. Tank truck. What are you doing there? Oh, he had some trouble. I should stop and help. Well, yeah, but this is not real life, so we can just keep going. Uphill we go again, uphill we go. Way up north to Alaska. Way up north to Alaska. I wonder if that song is copyrighted, or like if I can use it in the... I should. I don't even know which song it is. I just know I have it on one of my oldest lists, and I need to find it. Just gets stuck in my head. Yesterday, I think I started singing it. Way up north to Alaska. Expensive drive. I mean, we're almost on like 1/3 of the tank right now. The fuel tank. It's expensive. Let's get paid. I actually had another saved game before I went on with this one with Alaska. Just before, when I was driving the other one in Texas, going north. The Peterbilt. So I saved that one, Colorado, and I thought I just took a load to Steamboat Springs that I would want to stream, but and I thought I would just not do anything about this, and then I would load the other one. But I realized that I put down some time to make this trailer for this one, and if I load the other game, this trailer would disappear. And I usually just have one save like that, easier to keep track on. But it's fine. We'll find something to Steamboat Springs for sure, if that's an issue. But yeah, so I want to get paid, and I want to keep the trailer, so I get two reasons for not going back. I'm gonna keep that save though, that I'm probably gonna keep saving on only Alaska, only in Alaska or whatever. I should rename it actually. The other one is like something with Canada, and that was before I bought Alaska, the Alaska map. Maximods Canada or something like that, I call it, because I have so many mods installed. Currently 83, I think. And no graphic mods at all. So the graphic you see is in the real game, with some help of NVIDIA filters. So if you don't have an NVIDIA card, you probably don't have any filters. I don't know, maybe you do, like AMD maybe have support for different kind of something the same, that works the same. But it helps a lot to improve the graphics in a very simple way. Shadows are more visible or more realistic, I think. Sharpness is more sharpness into the game. More that actually sharpens all the structures, like all the textures of the road and such. The trees, the leaves, everything. Only downside of that is the flickering, because I can't put, you know, any more anti-aliasing on it. I have maximum, so, but I get used to it, and I think on the stream it's gonna look better because it's not quite as sharp and crisp, the image, but I think you get a better result to watch the stream when I have higher sharpness in the game. Then I obviously reduce the colors a bit, like 10%. Yeah, done in a good way, or you just got sick about it? Yeah, no. I don't use graphic mods. I just have that filter. I mean, that I have that for every game basically. Slightly different because the games are different. But I always have that because that improves the visuals so much. And you can't have that in the game, and you can't have all the goodies, you know, all the stuff that actually takes away sometimes a great amount of performance from your graphics card, and the difference is really not that much in many cases, but it would take a lot. So I just think this is a good option because it doesn't take anything from your performance, but you get great visuals. I mean, look at it. Look at this. You think I need a new skybox? I don't know. I wouldn't approve with that. Like, bam. I want to take a picture. I definitely want to take a picture of this. This is just too good to not. Look at it. Look at this. Freaking beautiful. Only in Alaska. Not really. It's the same sky as everywhere in the game, but with all the white around it, it just looks amazing. Let's see what this does. All right, so it just kind of doesn't do much. have more saturation if I want to, like more color. I will make it a little cooler. Right. Yeah, too late. It's like a 20-second or so delay on the chat. Sorry, didn't see that. Doesn't matter really. I think I don't have to have the whole. I can have it like that, something like that. Way up north in Alaska. I think this will do it. I don't think it's. Maybe 5 minutes left and then we're done. It's been a long drive, for sure. And it's getting more narrow here, so this might be an issue. Hopefully not. I hear you, no? I don't hear you. What do you mean hear you? You're in the chat. I don't understand. Sorry. Oh, look at this. This is pure ice. Oh boy. This is dangerous. Or is it actually like partially frozen water? Look at that. It is water. It's like a flooding. It's a flood. Oh, Jesus. This is extreme. This is so extreme. Really cool shot there too. Here comes another one pretty soon. We got some situation in the front over there, I think. Beautiful. Wow. Just one thing to say. I have one thing to say. Way up north in Alaska. Yeah, those antennas are great. That was one of the things that made me upset. Just tried to find a, more liberal word. Why are they going so freaking slow? We don't like. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Way up north to Alaska. Yeah, so that's what made me so upset with Brian's Pete 379. You can only have 2 antennas. I don't think they moved even, so they like solid static antennas. Yeah, this is like ice road truckers for sure. This looks so freaking great. I mean, amazing. I have a feeling I'm gonna hit one more of those soon. Way up north in Alaska. I would not want to live here. I mean, I love Alaska and all, but this far north. Oh, goodness gracious. Must be a very specific kind of person and been living here for generations and generations, like Eskimos and such. Eskimos. There was a different word I'm trying to find for that, but it was all right. Prudhoe Bay. It's kind of like a contradictory word. I just leave it at that. Maybe that's not how you pronounce it. Maybe it's Prudhoe Bay. And I'm like, Prudhoe. Yeah, discovered, but it's still like miles and miles away. How can I be discovering Prudhoe Bay when I'm not even there? I've discovered that I'm soon gonna be there. That's what I discovered. Visibility not so good. Although, bam, 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 bam. Like, way up north to Alaska. I wonder what the song name is. It must be something about Alaska. Or way up north or something like that. Gonna check that up later. I wanted to check it up yesterday. Then I had all these crashes going on around Fairbanks that freaked me out, and so I was working on that and trying to find like a pattern or what it was that was doing that. And I'm pretty positive it still just have to do with the optimization around that part. So not a biggie, except for it's being a big, really big hub of cargo. That's a pity, but we still have Anchorage and we still have all the rest of the towns, obviously, so, and the rest of the roads. Just need to stay away from mainly the southern part of Fairbanks. The northern part is fine, but you know, like where we loaded, that's like the final, that's not even solid, that's not stable anymore, as it crashed, obviously, so, but just once. Road's starting to get worse here. It's like uneven and narrow. Maybe taking it a bit more easy. How about that? That's sounds like a good choice, and please be careful. Another truck, and we just barely fit on this narrow road with all the, oh boy. And they're driving like nothing happened, like, oh, it's no big deal. Well, it's gonna be a big deal now, Mr. Freaking fire hose. Yeah. Freaking better, because I have nowhere to go, really. I'm gonna hit your rear view mirror one more time so you can back up a little bit more, please. I can't go further out. I really can't. And why are you keep backing up? Oh boy. Artificial intelligence? Really? I don't see the I here, I just see the A. I see an I, but that's a different I. Artificial idiot. Alright, here we go. Forcing, 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 forcing. If being nice doesn't cut it, everyone's gonna suffer because I am the most important guy in this game. Force it, force it, force it. Mr. Fire Hose, huh? about that. Maybe that sound was really annoying in your ears. I apologize when I did that.
Turn right.
All right, turn right. Oh, 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 oh. We are good. So which road should we take here? Should we go right? Which one is the best? Who knows, huh? Let's just take the straight on. Might be something on that road that is not so good. Who knows?
Who knows? Oh, I don't know. Oh no. Oh no.
And we are back in the grayness, in the abyss of northern Alaska. Gotta love this view. Beautiful scenery out there, wouldn't you say? Somewhere out there. Well, we got an excellent sunset, I must say. That was freaking pretty.
In 400 meters, turn
I wouldn't, see anyone coming from anywhere, so I just roll with it. I don't know. I don't know what to do really. Should I just be standing here rest of the night, or take my chances? Almost there, almost there. Way up north to Alaska. Way up north. Oh, that was the wrong one. Sorry about that. You gotta love that horn.
continue straight and then turn right.
Alright, so we got... So we're here, okay?
Turn right.
Yeah, please wait a bit. Not too long, and I blinded that guy
You've
or
arrived. It's
woman.
been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
It's not intentional. There we go. Yeah, that was an adventure. I'd say it was quite an adventure to get all the way up here, and it's lunchtime. No, it's not. It's dinner time, actually. For me and my character. Oh boy. How could I let that happen? Alright. Let's let the turbo cool down a bit before we shut it off. And just enjoy the fact that we made it up to that was a funny name. Yeah, so it's probably Prudhoe. It's not Prudhoe. But anyway, moving on. So funny with the pronunciation when you don't have English as as a native tongue. Right. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And obviously see you on the next one. Have a great morning, day, or evening, or night. Bye bye. It's my pleasure.